What's your point of view? And are you a spectator in your life? You know, I'm going to talk about another one of the 7 main elements to a great story. And that element is point of view. Now, point of view is told by a narrator. And the narrator can tell a story in the first person, second person, third person. The narrator's position and the way they tell the story is in relation to the story itself. So, for instance, the narrator can tell a story in the first person point of view. Now that point of view talks about their own perspective. It's talking about the story from an I aspect and a we aspect. It's telling the story from the narrator's point of view as the protagonist in this story. So, are you telling your life story from a first person's point of view? Are you remembering and recalling the choices that you've made and the decisions that you've made and owning them and referencing them from that first person? Are you controlling the things that you can impact in your life? Are you owning it? Are you telling the story from your own point of view? And then you have your second person point of view. Now, the second person point of view uses words like you, and it's basically the person is inviting the reader to be a part of the story. And so they're telling the story from somebody else's point of view entirely. Now, in your life, are you telling other people's stories? Are you controlling the things that they do and the things that they say? Is it a you point of view? Are you so immersed into controlling somebody else's life story that you've neglected your own? And to the point that their life story becomes your own. And for whatever reason, yours never gets told. Because you're so focused on the other person. Are you telling your life story from a second person point of view? And then you have your third person point of view. Now, in this point of view, the narrator is completely outside of the story. And the narrator is using words like she and he and they, and completely removed. And so they're telling multiple people's stories and referencing how they go together and how they're connected, and totally leaving themselves out of the story. It's telling a story from other people's point of view. So, in your life, are you allowing someone to narrate your story? Are you allowing somebody to tell about your life and making choices and decisions that are going to affect you and impact you, whether it's positive or negatively? But you've taken control and given it over to a narrator who's no longer telling their story, they're telling your story. And really, you just become a player in the game. And all of your power goes away when that happens. So ask yourself, the story of your life, what is the point of view? Are you telling it from the first person's point of view, the second person's point of view, the third person's point of view? How are you narrating your life story? How are you allowing your life story to be narrated? Think about your point of view.